I really don't like to use Buddhism as a reference to the teaching, because there is a lot, all kinds of things associated, religion, isms. No, purely Buddha's teachings. That's what I practice, and I have teachers, high-level teachers that I follow, and it's in the lineage of the forest practice, which Buddha himself did. What, you know, this was his own original practice, Theravada, and the master that my teacher is a disciple of is Ajahn Chah. Some of you may have heard of him or not, but you know, it's always nice to know, where does a person, who does she or he, the teacher, follow or get the source of teachings from, so that you know they are as pure as possibly can get, right? And the person is not rogue on their own when they're teaching mindfulness or spiritual teachings. I have no claims about any of it, but so that you know, where does my spiritual practice comes from. And then of course, I draw from all kinds of sources, academic sources, scientific sources, and uh, all kinds of intelligent sources, like Ellie was saying. And so some of us who are in the inner MBA program right now, we've been assigned a book or a subject matter to work with, which the book is called Winning from Within. It's sort of a negotiation context, where people who want to negotiate something with somebody else, whether it's in a professional light or in an individual personal life, and have difficulties. You know, it could be that the people you're trying to work with, or have a deal with, or a contract with, or even just a simple agreement with, they're difficult. They have attitudes, they have moods, their channel is crossing you, is not the same channel or something, you know. And so the author of this book, Ariel Fox, what's her first name? I'm forgetting her first name. It'll come to me. She talks about, from her own experience working with people, she talks about having a negotiation within yourself first, with yourself, within yourself. And she presents these four big, she calls them the big four profiles. I'd like to call them chiefs within us, that constantly are asking for something, wanting something. They're not in agreement with each other. This is within us. And so we get stumbled. We can't move forward. We can't let go of something, or we can't accomplish something, or our path is slower, or so I thought that's actually a pretty useful, maybe a good angle for us to take. So I'm going to be combining that, which I will talk more about, and wisdom. Wisdom, you know, wisdom is very useful to have, and to cultivate, and to engage in. And so wisdom, from the practice that I have understood and I apply, is really effectiveness. In simple language, in ordinary everyday language, is being effective with your actions, with your thoughts, with your choices, with your goals, with your emotions, with your own modulating, regulating your own inner experience, and with your relationships with others, with whatever you do. It's being effective. It's being skillful. Skillful is a very, very good terminology that if you don't have it within your regular, vocabulary, it's excellent to bring it in, because then it's not right or wrong, bad or good, horrible and awesome. It's really skillful or unskillful, which is perfect. It points to the fact that, oh, uh, even wisdom is something we can be skillful about. wisdom itself, we can be skillful or unskillful. And also wisdom itself means to be skillful in all different aspects of life. And so, you know, we're human beings. We didn't come with a manual. Nobody had a manual, and our parents or whoever caretakers, they didn't know exactly what's the best thing to teach us or how to teach us. And so we grew up learning whatever we could, and we're still trying to figure it out, trying to figure it out. And so, and this wisdom, it's not something we have to make up. That's the good news, that it already exists in the universe, in the system of the universe. And we can draw from that by understanding how does the natural system work. We can draw from that. A natural system is not just the trees and the rocks and the animals. No, everything is in the natural system. A car is natural, is made out of the elements that come from nature, earth element, fire element, water element, all the elements, and it has a system that works. So I want to expand some of your perspectives to be expanded a little bit, to see things from a different perspective. Not nature is over there, it's so beautiful, it's green, and I'm over here dealing with all of my miseries and all of my mistakes or all of my shortcomings. And nature is over there. Oh, I go there and I have a good time. I get a little bit of energy, a little bit of rejuvenation, and then I have to come back and live my life. No, everything is part of the natural system. However, because we have willpower, because we have intention, because we have action to our disposal, we have a mind that's going to figure things out and act based on whatever the mind is figuring out, we can act ineffectively, unwisely. And we may not even know how to get out of it, how to correct it, how to fix it, how to whatever, and we keep doing the same thing and hoping for a different result, or, you know. So with the mindful awareness practices, we can tune inward. Long time ago when they were talking about, still they talk about look outside of the box. No, actually, look inside the box. Look inside the box. Don't go outside, come back here. It's all in here, right now, within you. It starts from within us. So we bring mindful awareness. Some of you, if you don't know much about mindfulness, it's really having a acute awareness about what's going on right now, what's happening within me. There's an emotion, there's a thought, there is a perception, there's a conclusion, there is a judgment, and then my body is experiencing it in this way and in that way. So it's self-awareness of all that you are made up of, your intention and all of that. And then outside awareness. Where am I right now? Oh, right now, I'm thinking about such and such, but no, wait, come back, let me see, where am I? Oh, right now, I'm in this retreat, in my room, sitting alone, watching, listening. So awareness of what's happening, bringing yourself out of the machinations of the mind to simplicity of the moment. And then there is an extremely important mission within the practice of mindfulness. The mission is skillful living. The mission is wellness. The mission is ease and joy and happiness. The mission is not so I could be more productive, though more productivity can be an outcome of it. But the mission is not let me empty my mind so I can be more creative and do more things. Yes, the outcome will be more space, more clarity, and more creativity. But the end goal is your sense of wellness, ease, sense of, yes, this is right for me. I am in the right place. I am doing what I love to do. I am in the right place. This is right. That's what we're looking for. Which, because if you are in the right place, then everything you're doing doesn't matter how much money or how many widgets you make or how much degrees you have, right? It matters, doesn't matter how much of that you accomplish if it's not conducive to your wellness, your joy and happiness, lasting, something that is solid you could rely on, that is not taken away. Look, our beauty, I used to be very beautiful and young and all that. Now, yeah, it's this camera is doing a little bit of touch up on my face. but look, you can't rely on beauty. It fades away, right? You can't rely on having money and fame and name. It fades away. You can lose it. What can we rely on? Something that is solid and dependable. And as you develop this dependable, solid sense of well-being, everything you do is better. Everything you do is enhanced because of it. So, some of this could be abstract a little bit, some of this could be obvious for you, but the idea is to strengthen this for us. So, intention, wise intention. I love it. There is not wrong intention and good intention, bad intention, good intention. It's wise intention, which means effective. What kind of an intention is effective for me to harbor, to carry on with me, to constantly rejuvenate that intention? I want you to look at it from a big overarching kind of a view, perspective, and the perspective of the wise intention. Look, whatever you do, doesn't matter what is the context, work, personal, relationship, whatever it is. If your intention has 3 components to it that you are considering it, constantly kind of keeping it alive for yourself. These 3 components will protect you, will take you to where your inner spirit, inner core wants you to go. Number 1 on that list of wise intention is loving kindness. This is not hallmarky loving kindness. This is kind of the loving kindness that is unconditional. If you were here when I was giving the meditation, you remember I said, the breath is given to us unconditionally. There is absolutely no conditions. The entire universe. Rumi says, the sun has not yet told the earth, I owe you, or you owe me. The sun has not yet told the earth, you owe me. Nothing in nature has ever told us that we owe them, except for taking care of, not ruining, right? So that's a real thing. It's not imagined, it's not ooey gooey, spiritual, I can't. Yes, we can actually prove it. We can actually prove it to our own, like, oh yeah, I can, yeah. Nobody has yet said, oh, okay, all this breath in your home, you have to pay for it. right? So that intention of loving kindness is like that we want to elaborate within ourselves, cleanse it within ourselves, access it more readily within ourselves. It is a part of us, but we access it circumstantially. Oh, or you see a little child and we all of a sudden we feel loving towards them. Or if somebody makes a mistake and they're not our family, we judge them. But if they're our family, we're more forgiving, you know? So we access it circumstantially. We want to cultivate that. Act as if you are the universe. You can hold, like what did Rumi says? Rumi says here, the ground's generosity takes in our compost and grows beauty. Can we try to be more like the ground? Can we ever take somebody else's compost and produce beauty? Oh my God, what an idea. And then Rumi says, yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I'm wise. I want to change myself, right? So wise intention, loving kindness is having a friendly, when you get upset, when you get irritated, when you get scared, when you get just off. Okay, feel that moment of being off. And then, okay, can I be open and allowing for, if it's other people, allowing for them not to be perfect, allowing for them not to know exactly what to do, allowing for myself to be imperfect. That is extremely important. We are not any bigger than the universe. We're part of it. We can learn from the behavior of the universe. That's part one. Part two is non-harming. This is very important because especially as a Western society, American especially society, we have been groomed so much, generation after generation after generation, to be individualistic, to just watch out for our own selves, and constantly we suffer for it. Because constantly we also compare ourselves to somebody else, and it's never good enough. It's never enough. Have I arrived? Look, I have a doctorate in psychology of management organization. I have education with UCLA, certified to teach mindfulness. I have all this education in the Buddha's teachings, and oh my goodness, thousands and thousands and thousands of hours. And I have this other MBA when is it going to be enough? You know? And I remember I told my mom, because I was born in Iran and during my time, or because we were poor or something, I didn't go to preschool. And I'm telling my mom, how come I didn't go to preschool? She says, you want more education? She said, oh my God, look at you. I'm feeling like I missed out. There was something I should have learned sooner, and I learned it later. Maybe that's the cause of, I figured it out. That is the cause of all of my failures or not being good enough, because I didn't start early enough. This is bizarre. It is bizarre the way we think about ourselves and about other people and about other things. Third part of so the non-harming, it's very important for us to see the goals I set, the thoughts I have, the purposes I set for my year, for my life, that it is not going to cause harm. starting from myself. Now, often we don't think like, what do you mean? I'm following my passion. It is my constitutional right to pursue happiness. That's right, pursue happiness. That means happiness is constantly ahead of you. You're running after it. But guess what? Rumi, who's a wise philosopher, poet and philosopher, he says, oh, I'm sorry, not Rumi, Hafiz, another philosopher, poet. Hafiz says, happiness has been going door to door looking for you. Where are you, wanderer? Where are you, wanderer? Happiness has been going door to door looking for you. So when you think about your aspirations, when you think about your goals and your purposes, don't go too far away. Come back, come inside the box. Come back to the right here and really listen to yourself. What is your heart yearning for? Your inner being, what is it yearning for? Your mind may say, oh, I would love to be with that guy or that woman. Oh my God. You know, for example, your mind might say, oh my God, I want that job. Only if I get that job, that position with that company, then I've made it. I'm made for the rest of my life. I've got it made. That's your mind. Quiet it down. This is why we're going to meditate. Quiet the mind down and let the yearning of the heart reveal itself. What is this? What is it trying to say? The third part of wise intention is letting go. Generosity, letting go, giving up. Starting, the first thing you start with is your views and opinions. The number one cause for our unhappiness, for our mind to be not peaceful, not calm and peaceful, is the proliferation of the mind. All you're doing right now is sitting and listening. There is no other requirement of you. But if your mind be proliferating, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, I gotta do the other one, I gotta, or having an opinion about somebody, you may be thinking, oh my gosh, can she stop talking right already? I don't know, just as an example, right? No, okay. So the proliferation of the mind is the number one cause of your lack of peacefulness. What is proliferating on? Views and opinions. Almost all of it, almost 90% of it, big, large percent of it is not fact, is not reality, is all opinions and views. And they are biased based on aversions you have and clinging you have. You're attached to something, or you're, feeling aversive to something. So letting go is an incredible act of cleansing. Look, if you go open your garage and you let go of stuff, don't you feel like, oh, thank God, 25 years I've been holding on to these things, right? Even the thought of it can give you some sense of joy. Letting go of your opinions, letting go of stuff, letting go of something that you think is the most important thing in your life. Because guess what? Naturally, it is bound to go. We are bound to lose whatever we cherish. It's just, whether before this body is dead or after, when we die, we're not going to take with us. So these three aspects of wise intention, if they influence, I want you to think about it, influencing your goal, your path, your lifestyle, the way you treat yourself, the way you treat somebody else, the way you choose friends and family, relationships, the way you uh, behave and encounter people, relate to people, communicate with people. Behind the scene, those three aspects, unconditional kindness, and this is not, you're not supposed to have the ultimate amount of it right now when I'm just saying it to you. But this is an aspiration for us to develop that more and more and more. Okay, non-harming. You may not think, I thought of myself before learning all this stuff that I was a very good person. I never thought of myself harming somebody else. Oh my God, you kidding me? It was always the other guy, whoever that was. Not me, I'm the good guy. Huh. Oh my God. Every day I catch myself being harmful or almost being harmful, or maybe I could be harmful by the way I speak, by the way even I think about something or somebody. So we, I want to expand all of your limitations of the way you look at yourself. You may look at yourself terribly, or you may look at yourself as you're the best person on earth. Expand that view to see more of yourself. And so when we get to the four chiefs, the big four that Miss Ariel Fox offers to us, we also, that could also help us with this. But I'm going to stop here and talk about noble silence. Noble silence is something we usually offer during my retreats to sort of bring a filter into your practice of something that is noble is very worthy of paying attention to. And noble silence means we really try to practice to be quiet unless it is for a functional reason. So you're home, somebody may come and go, and you have to speak with them because there is a function to take care of. If there is no function to take care of, then try to just be with yourself and allowing yourself to be with the content, reflection, and see what shows up. And so, but then there will be periods of time where I will put you in dyads or breakout rooms, or I will say that if you have any questions or comments. So keep all of your questions and comments for the period that I'm going to open for that. The rest of the time, when you eat, when you go to use the restroom, when you go for a walking meditation, when you do anything, try to go inside the box. Go inside the box. The box is you and this precious being within you. If it gets a little suffocating to go inside the box, get out. It's okay. Breathe, get out. It's okay. You don't have to, So I'm not going to open it for questions. I'm going to have you, after my talking a little bit about what is intention, wise intention, all this stuff I talked about. We can sit and reflect on that, meditate with it a little bit, and then I'll ask you to go for walking meditation. So we'll do sitting meditation and walking meditation. Some of you already know what walking meditation is, but I will guide you. Those of you who don't know what it is, how beautiful it is, how you can utilize it, I'll give you guidance, and then you can also do this so that you know, the walking meditation is actually very fruitful. Most of the people I have heard who have become enlightened, their insights came during walking meditation. I myself have all of my insights not during sitting. Sitting and meditating is uh, not as fruitful for me as walking meditation. So if you don't know, you haven't tried it, it's a pretty uh, fun. It's good. I'll teach you how to do it. Okay.